Learn English easily. I went to Italy. I made a decision to go on a trip to Italy. Italy is known all over the world for having a lot of history, very beautiful places to see, and really good food. I was so excited that I couldn't even find the right words to describe it. As I sat on the airplane, I thought about all the fun and interesting things I was going to see and do there. When my plane landed in Italy, the first thing I felt was the warmth of the sun. This sun was special because it was the Mediterranean sun, which is known for being very warm and pleasant. As I stepped off the plane, I saw lots of people from Italy. They were smiling at me and everyone else. This made me feel very welcome. My first place to visit was Rome. Rome is often called the Eternal City because it has been around for a very, very long time. Walking around in Rome, I felt like I had traveled back in time. The streets were old and full of history. I saw the Colosseum, a huge building that is very famous. A long time ago, people called gladiators used to fight there. It was amazing to see it in real life. Then I went to see Vatican City. Vatican City is a very special place in Rome where the Pope lives. The Pope is the leader of the Catholic Church and is very important to many people in the world. In Vatican City, there is a place called the Sistine Chapel. It's famous because inside there are beautiful paintings done by Michelangelo, who was a great artist. When I looked at Michelangelo's paintings, I was amazed by how beautiful they were. After my amazing time in Rome, I went to Venice. Venice is a very special city because it has lots of canals instead of roads. Canals are like water streets that boats use to move around the city. In Venice, I had a chance to ride in a gondola. A gondola is a long, narrow boat that is perfect for traveling through the canals. While riding in the gondola, I went under beautiful bridges and passed by old buildings that looked like they were coming right out of the water. Everything about Venice felt romantic and magical. I was completely captivated by how different and lovely everything was there. After leaving Venice, my next stop was Florence. Florence is a very important city because it's where the Renaissance began. The Renaissance was a time when art, learning, and culture were really important, and lots of famous artists lived and worked in Florence. Walking around Florence, I saw so many beautiful buildings and pieces of art. One of the best places I visited there was the Uffizi Gallery. This gallery has a lot of famous paintings, including some by Leonardo da Vinci and Botticelli, who were very important artists. I spent a long time looking at all the amazing art in the gallery. Another incredible thing I did in Florence was go to the top of the Duomo. The Duomo is a very big and famous church in Florence. From the top of the Duomo, I could see the whole city. It was an incredible view. I saw red roofs on buildings everywhere, and they seemed to go on forever. It was one of the most beautiful things I had ever seen. My time in Florence was unforgettable because of all the amazing art and the beautiful views. After visiting the amazing cities, I went to see the countryside of Tuscany. Tuscany is a region in Italy that is very pretty to look at. It has lots of nature and small towns that are very charming. Each of these small towns in Tuscany has its own special story and beautiful things to see. I walked around these towns and felt like I was in a storybook because everything was so lovely. Tuscany is also known for its hills, which are like gentle waves across the land. These hills have many vineyards and olive groves. Vineyards are places where grapes are grown to make wine, and olive groves are where olive trees grow to make olive oil. I got to try some of the wine and olive oil made in Tuscany, and they were some of the best I have ever tasted. The wine was rich and flavorful, and the olive oil was fresh and delicious. A very important part of visiting Italy is trying the food. Italian food is famous all over the world for being really tasty. In Naples, I ate pizza. That was so good. It made me understand why everyone loves Italian pizza. It was cooked perfectly and had the best toppings. In Florence, I had gelato, which is Italian ice cream. It was so creamy and came in lots of different flavors. Every spoonful was a delight. I also went to towns near the sea and tried seafood there. The seafood was fresh and cooked in a way that made it taste amazing. Every meal in Italy was like a celebration. I could tell that the people in Italy really love and care about their food. Eating all these delicious things was one of the best parts of my trip. Italy's food is really something special, and I enjoyed every bite I had there. As my wonderful trip to Italy was coming to a close, I started to feel very connected to this amazing country. Italy has a lot of history and traditions that are very interesting and special. I saw so many beautiful places there, like the rolling hills of Tuscany, the ancient streets of Rome, and the charming canals of Venice. All these places were so pretty that they seemed like something out of a dream. The people I met in Italy were also very kind and friendly. They made me feel welcome and showed me how beautiful their country is, not just in places, but also in the hearts of the people. I learned a lot about Italian culture, like their love for good food, art, and celebrating life. This made me feel very close to Italy. I will always remember everything I saw and did in Italy. These memories are like treasures to me. I think about the delicious food I ate, the lovely places I saw, and the nice people I met. All these experiences have made a special place in my heart for Italy. Italy is a country that is timeless, which means it is always beautiful and interesting, no matter how much time passes. It felt like Italy had become a part of me, like a piece of my soul belonged there. Before I left, I promised myself that I would come back to Italy one day. I want to see more of its beauty and feel that wonderful feeling of being there again. Italy is truly an incredible country.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more.